How often do you find yourself checking the item shop, hoping for something amazing to finally show up? I know some of you have been waiting for your favorite skins for months, maybe even years. So, here's the scoop. I've compiled a list of the rarest skins that every true looper dreams of owning. And believe me, the results are going to blow your mind. You into dogs? If not, I know one furry little dude that'll 100% melt your heart. Remember the super stylish dog skin? No? Yeah, I'm not shocked. This chunky fluffball hasn't been in the item shop for nearly 800 days. This guy was part of Fortnite's collab with Balenciaga, and loopers absolutely loved him from the start. But hold your breath, because he's actually making a comeback as starter pack for Chapter 6. Not in Balenciaga style, but however, if you want to grab this rare guy, don't miss your chance. But the original one won't come back anytime soon. The thing is, Balenciaga had this not-so-great PR fiasco, and Epic Games kinda ghosted the whole collab after that. Makes sense, right? If you're lucky enough to have this pup in your locker, congrats. You're flexing some serious rarity. If not, don't get too bummed out. Maybe, just maybe, he'll make an appearance someday. Until then, this stylish pupper definitely earns his spot as one of the top rarest skins out there. Now, for all you OGs out there, or should I say grandpa, who were hardcore grinding Halo back in 2001, this one's for you. Oh, and a shout out to the rest of you who weren't even born yet. Back in the day, Master Chief was the face of gaming, but as time went on, he kinda fell off the radar. Of course, Epic being Epic, they couldn't just let a legend like him fade into obscurity. So, they brought him back in the most random way possible, by stuffing him into one of the fridges on the Fortnite island. Yep, you heard that right. Master Chief joined the hunt for loopers alongside Jonesy, in an effort to save the 0 point, and it was an instant hit. Oh, and here's a pro tip not everyone knows about. Chief has a secret style. It doesn't even show up in your locker. To unlock it, all you gotta do is play one game on any Xbox console. After that, his classic green armor transforms into a slick, brutal black version. To pull off this trick, you're gonna have to wait, because Master Chief hasn't been in the item shop for over 910 days. That alone earns him a solid medal and the 9th spot on this list. But let's be real, what could be better than staring at the beautiful skies in Fortnite, right? Staring at them while rocking a Chun-Li skin. If you know, you know. Breaking down all the content about this legendary Street Fighter character would take more than one video, for sure. And if you think I'm joking about her popularity, you couldn't be more wrong. On a certain skin tracking site, Chun-Li has a whopping 44,000 people who've added her to their wish lists. For comparison, the Marshmallow skin, which hasn't been around for a while either, only has 23,000 wish lists. Yeah, the Chun-Li simp army is absolutely massive. Kinda feel bad for them though. They've been waiting over 850 days for their queen's return. But seriously, if you don't have Chun-Li in your locker yet, all I can do is wish you good luck. As for her spot on this list, she totally earns the 8th position. Marvel fans in Fortnite are next level. If you don't believe me, try asking in the comments who has the Eddie Brock skin. You'll get answers real quick. There are currently 2 Venom skins in the game. The comic-style Venom from Chapter 2, Season 4, and the Eddie Brock version, which came out during the Venom movie collab. And let me tell you, the resemblance to Tom Hardy, who played Eddie in the movie, is pretty much spot on. No wonder the community loves this skin. But here's the kicker. Why don't they release it alongside other Marvel items? Maybe it's some contract issue with a set expiration date, or maybe there's something else going on. Either way, Eddie Brock hasn't been in the item shop for almost 1,000 days. But luckily for us, he made a comeback alongside the She-Venom skins. So, if you didn't manage to get him in your locker, you've lost your chance because his return won't happen for several years for sure. And speaking of iconic characters, do you watch the League of Legends Arcane series? Have you checked out the new season? That show made a ton of noise when it came out, so much that Epic decided to get in on the action with a collab. They clearly dropped some serious cash to make it happen, and honestly, I totally get why people splurged on Jinx's skin back then. Her unique art style translated perfectly into Fortnite's loop, and she fit right in on the island. No surprise there. Epic's been crushing it when it comes to bringing characters from different universes into the game. But here's the downside. If you want to enjoy this masterpiece, you're gonna have to wait, because this explosive criminal hasn't been in the item shop for almost 1,050 days. Fortnitemares in Fortnite is basically on par with Winterfest. It's one of the most hyped events of the year. The community always looks forward to cool new skins, free rewards, and themed events that never disappoint. But let's be real, Halloween is also about remembering the dead, right? Well, there's one character everyone seems to have forgotten about for a whopping 1,500 days. The last time Dante Muertos graced the item shop was back in Chapter 2, Season 4. That means he hasn't been available for over 3 years, and it's pretty unlikely he'll make a comeback before the next Halloween. So, if you were lucky enough to snag the spooky actor from the Theater of the Dead back then, congrats. You're officially a OG legend. Now, Fortnite is often considered a kid's game, especially after all the drama around its age rating. But when a character shows up who literally turns gods into mincemeat, you start to question things. That's exactly what happened when Kratos dropped into the item shop, catching everyone off guard. The internet exploded with hilarious videos of the God of War busting out TikTok dance trends. And for about 2 weeks, Fortnite was in full-on Kratos mania. But just like that, he vanished. The last time Kratos appeared in the item shop was over 1,300 days ago. There's still hope though, even considering that Charlie Wen, the creator of the original God of War trilogy, is the creative director of Fortnite. But no promises though. Epic's plans are always a mystery. For now, Kratos earns his well-deserved 4th spot on this list. Some collabs, though, come out of nowhere and completely blow the community's minds. Let me ask you this. Back in Chapter 1, Season 10, who would have seriously guessed that Pandora from Borderlands would land on the island? Absolutely no one. When Psycho and an entire Pandora-themed location dropped, it was pure chaos in the best way. At first, you could only get the Psycho skin by purchasing the game through the Epic Games Store. But later, he showed up in the item shop, although he's only been there once since, in May 2020. Here's the kicker though. In Chapter 1 Season 11, something unexpected happened. Players who had pre-ordered the game years ago found the complete Psycho bundle added to their accounts. Talk about an epic surprise. If you were one of those lucky players, congrats, you basically hit the jackpot without even realizing it. As for the rest of us, all we can do is wait for the return of the most chaotic character from the Borderlands universe, who hasn't been seen in the item shop for over 1,600 days. The well-deserved 3rd spot. The 2nd spot, though, goes to a skin that stirred up quite the controversy. So much so that you could probably make an entire list just about Fortnite scandals. But some of these scandals are so overblown that it's hard to even figure out how people come up with them. Take the Rue skin, which was released at the height of the battle between shadows and ghosts in Chapter 2, Season 2, for example. It's only appeared in the item shop twice, which means it hasn't been available for over 1,650 days. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything remotely scandalous about this skin. But of course, Fortnite's Twitter community managed to find a connection to, you guessed it, Germany in the Second World War. To be fair, if you really stretch your imagination, the alternate style of the Rue could seem a little questionable. Normally, Epic handles situations like this by tweaking the design and offering refund V-Bucks to players who aren't cool with the changes. But this time, the skin was practically cancelled. Epic never made any official comments about it, but it's obvious that the Rue isn't coming back anytime soon. At least they didn't remove it from players' lockers. By rarity alone, this skin easily earns the 2nd spot on the list. And I'm sure you've already guessed who takes the top spot, haven't you? Well, let me surprise you. It's not Travis Scott. Yeah, I decided to give Travis an honorable mention instead. He's not nearly as rare as the skin that took 1st place, and giving him 2nd place would just stir up a nightmare in the comments. But if the community were making this list, Travis would undoubtedly top it. Makes sense. After all, the question, when is Travis Scott coming back, has become legendary. Even now, there are people who seriously ask that question, despite everything that happened at his concert. It's safe to say we won't be seeing Travis in the item shop until all the legal and PR issues are resolved. Until then, all anyone can do is answer the same dumb question over and over again. By the way, let me be real for a second. No one ever knows when a specific skin is coming back to the item shop. Sorry, TikTok rumor lovers. You've been getting played this whole time. As for Travis Scott and Astro Jack, They haven't been in the item shop for nearly 1,700 days. Now, the well-deserved first place goes to one of the most mysterious characters in Fortnite history. Honestly, this applies to all the 7, but the Paradigm especially is shrouded in secrets we'll likely never uncover, unless Charlie Wen decides to pull something out of his hat. The original Paradigm outfit was only available for 3 days during Season X, and was an exclusive at the time. After that, it suddenly reappeared in the store during Chapter 5, but was removed shortly after. People who bought it received a refund, and since then, it has disappeared from the item shop forever. Or at least that's what Epic said, and they're usually good at keeping those promises. If Paradigm ever does come back, it won't be anytime soon, so don't bother hoarding V-Bucks for her. In my opinion, Paradigm absolutely deserves the title of Fortnite's most exclusive skin, excluding Epic's latest mistake. She's been gone for nearly 2,100 days, which locks in her spot at number 1. Of course, there are other skins that haven't been in the item shop for a long time. 2 of them are even rarer than Paradigm. But they didn't make this list because, in my eyes, they just don't have the same legendary vibe. So objectively, this is what the list of rarest Fortnite skins looks like. What would your list look like? Share it in the comments, and like your favorite lists. The most liked one might even get pinned. Oh, and if you want to stay on top of all the latest item shop updates, this channel, you're covered. Don't miss out. Who knows, maybe Travis Scott will finally make his comeback. Big shout out to everyone who watched the video all the way through and dropped a mega rare like. As always, this was Punk, and may the force be with you, my friends.